Well, welcome to Hometown Network. I'm Perry Williams. Alongside of me is Jack Russell, and we're at the Eric Clark Activity Center at Carmel, Indiana, and Carmel High School. Jack, it should be a good one between Carmel and Westfield tonight.
Yes, it should. You have the 10-0 Westfield Shamrocks continuing their unbeaten streak, taking on the Carmel Greyhounds, who are looking to play spoiler tonight.
Absolutely. And, you know, the one thing about it is, Jack, in looking at some numbers around the state in Indiana high school basketball, in the 4A ranks, there's only 7 teams left that are undefeated, and Westfield is the only team in the state that's 10-0. So,
yeah, it'll be a good game, and I think you take a look at how they got here as they are on the court now. Take a look at some of that senior leadership. Almost more than half of their team are seniors this year, so that's kind of that senior leadership. But when you take a look at it, they're led behind 3 pretty great seniors. You've got Van Dyke, number 30, averaging 15 points a game. You've got Grennis, another senior, about 15 points a game. And then, of course, you've got Reinl, the center, number 5, with about 12 points a game but 9 rebounds a game. So a lot of firepower coming from those senior leadership.
absolutely. And on the other side of the court, Todd Whalen's Winland's Carmel Greyhounds, they're 6-2, and their only losses are to Ron Colley and to Lawrence North. And both of those teams it's no shame to lose both to those teams. Both of them are top-ranked teams in the state here. There's a lot of great teams in the state of Indiana in 4A and 3A. Ron Colley's loss this year was to Heritage Christian.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, to Columbus North, and then Ron Colley lost to Heritage Christian. So it's going to be a good one here tonight. Once again, Emily Kamak, 9.6. She's a senior. She's 6'2". Amy Delk is a sophomore. She ravages 11.6 for Carmel. And another sophomore coming into her own is Blake Smith. She's a 6'3" sophomore, averaging 12.1, and Carrie Laurson, who is a senior, at 5'9", averaging 9.1.
Yeah, should be a good game. We've got, of course, the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. Westfield sitting at top with 10-0. 1-0 in the conference. Their one win in the conference is against Fishers back in November, where they won pretty handedly, 57-31. And along, if you keep going here, Zionsville at 7-1, Noblesville 8-2, Hamilton Southeastern 6-4, Fishers 2-8, Avon 0-9, and Brownsburg 4-4. So Westfield has the opportunity tonight to, of course, continue to add on to that undefeated season so far.
Absolutely, and of course Carmel Greyhounds are in the mix and have a lot of good games coming up here. Carmel will play on the 11th of December against Brownsburg, and then December 15th they'll go against Kokomo, and December 18th North Central and Jeffersonville December 22nd, and then they'll take a little break for Christmas, and on December 29th, they'll go to the Bedford North Lawrence tournament down south there.
Perfect. About 40 seconds until we get this started here.
I think we're probably getting ready for the national anthem and everything, and we'll let the PA take care of the national anthem and the introduction, and then when we come back, you and I will break down the starting lineup a little bit. We've talked a little bit about it. Not a bad crowd here. I mean, it's a weekday, Tuesday night in Carmel, Indiana.
Anytime you get the pep band out here, you can't beat that.
That's right. Yeah, the pep band's here. Cheerleaders. Looks like the Carmel dance team.
Yeah.
And as usual, as we talk about, there's always more cheerleaders than there are players.
Clark Activity
Well, we'll turn it over to public address announcer.
The Westfield Shamrocks and your own Carmel Lady Greyhounds. We'd like to remind you that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of educational athletics. Please respect the players and fans from both teams as they represent their community this evening. We thank you for your cooperation. And now, would you please rise as the Carmel High School Pep Band plays our national anthem. Contest. First of all, for the Westfield Shamrocks. Number 5, senior Haley Rydell. Number 22, senior Abby Reeder. Number 23, senior Jalen Folin. Number 30, senior Allison Van Dyke. And number 34, senior Annalise Drudge. Assistant coaches Trevor New and Carrie Leiter. Head coach Jimmy Smith. And now the starting lineup for your Carmel Lady Greyhounds. Number 2, junior Olivia Christie. Number 4, senior Emily Quebec. Number 10, sophomore Amy Dilk. Number 21, sophomore Blake Smith. And number 22, senior Carrie Larson. Assistant coaches Alex Guyton, Warren Humble, Craig Barber, Mark Rudd, and Brad Winland, and head coach Todd Winland.
Well, now we've had the introductions and everything, Jack. It's not too long, and we're going to be tipping off this great girls basketball game here in Hamilton County. This no place finer. There's been a lot of legendary games played in this Carmel gym. Named after the great Eric Clark, who was a great athletic director, football coach here, assistant basketball coach, back in the day when you used to do it all. So,
oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And what a great facility. And, I believe it was back in the 60s this thing was built, and it's still a great venue.
Yeah, it's one of those places that you kind of treasure when you're here in Hamilton County. You get to watch a basketball game in Carmel. Can't beat it. The floor's a little lower than the stands and keeps that sounding.
Yeah, and for many, many years, this used to be the place where you always played the Carmel sectional for Hamilton County. So there's been a lot of great games in here. Here we go.
Reeder brings the ball up the floor. Reeder looks, gets it over to Foland. Foland for 3, and it's good.
One thing about Foland, she could shoot from the outside, so if she gets hot, they could be in trouble here, the Greyhounds. Number 2, Christie with the ball to Larson, to Delk. Delk's only a sophomore, but she plays with a veteran mentality. Christie with the ball, kicks it out, shot up, and good.
Great shot.
By Blake Smith, the young sophomore. She's 6'3".
Carmel already showing pressure here. Reeder getting the ball up the floor. There she goes, gets it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke back to Reeder. Cross court to Folan. Folan looks like she's going to travel. Yep. You know, we had talked about this before the show, calling the game here. It seems like as the years have gotten more and more, these shoes keep getting brighter.
Yeah. Those are definitely a lime green, fluorescent lime green, and tips. Only the tips now for the Shamrocks. Christie with the ball. She's a junior. Everybody drive and shoot. That's what they do.
Reeder with the rebound. Reeder gets it up again to Folan. Folan looks. Gets it back to Reeder. Reeder takes the dribble. And so far on offense, only 2 people have grabbed the ball. Folan, it's tipped. And Carmel gets possession here.
That's right. Blake Smith on the rebound. To Delk. Back to Smith. Christie for 3.
It's good. Carmel showing a lot of pressure to start out of the gate. It's going to stay with the Shamrocks.
This is basically what Todd Windland does. He puts a lot of pressure on the ball. He'll pick you up all over the floor. When he had his great success at Hamilton Heights and took them to the state in 3A basketball, that's exactly how he played. He laced them up every night, and they'll go after you.
Reeder Folan. Folan passes down to Rynell. Rynell back out to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives. No good.
Rebound by Kamak. Down to Larson.
And it looks like a reach-in call here.
They're going to be on Folan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Folan.
Westfield foul number 23, Jalen Folan. Her first team.
Carmel's defense mentality is don't let Rynell get the ball. She is one of their best scorers and best offensive players, and so far she's barely touched the ball tonight.
Nice pass inside. Tied up here, jump ball. Blake Smith, of course, arrow goes to Carmel, so Carmel get the ball out of bounds again. Olivia Christie inbounds it for the Greyhounds. To Delk. Shot up and good. 3-pointer by Kamat.
Owens up Folan.
There's
Down
a
to
fast
Drudge.
break.
Drudge blocked.
Nice block by Carrie Larson.
Took one too many steps.
Sure did. Because that should have been an easy bucket. They had Carmel kind of on their heels a little bit on that fast break.
Reeder to inbound. Gets it out to Folan. Folan for 3. It's good. 6 points for Folan. 6 points for the Shamrocks. Little miscommunication here by Shamrocks.
No good by Christie.
And the Shamrocks get the ball. Oh, good steal.
The ball.
Steals it back.
Folan steals it.
Over to Rynell. Rynell to Van Dyke. Van Dyke for 3. And it's good.
3-point basket. Allison Van Dyke.
3 shots off of 3 threes.
Kamak with the ball. Gets it down low to Blake Smith.
Nice job.
Blake Smith's just a nice built basketball player at 6'3" and a sophomore, you know what I mean? She's lean, long arms.
Rynell keeps possession. Gets it back out to Reeder. Reeder to Van Dyke. Van Dyke looks, drives. Drives, take it in. They're not going to call that one, and it's going to stay with the Shamrocks.
Looks like the Rocks are going to make a substitution here.
They're looking a little winded with that full court pressure. Into the game is Maddie Grennis, number 24. Also a really good 3-point shooter. Right now. 3, good by the Shamrocks.
4 3-points.
It's funny because this season they have 31% 3-point shooting, so that
Yeah.
might go up maybe if we get some shots here.
Christie moving down. Oh, nice move
play
by Olivia Christie.
Picked up her dribble over to Folan. Folan drives. Gets it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke for 3. No good.
You missed one.
Well, you can't get them all.
Yeah, Larson.
And like you said just a little bit ago, Carmel's offense is either drive and shoot or drive and pass out.
Yeah. Delk bringing the ball down the floor. Trying to set up. Nice pass.
It's like foul on right now, maybe.
Larson will go to the line.
It's going to be a foul on Abby Reeder, number 22.
Carrie Lawson, a 5'9" senior. She's averaging 9.1 points per game for the Greyhounds. First one up and no good.
Returning for the Shamrocks, 34, Annalise Drudge.
Coach Smith's probably going to do quite a bit of substitution with this full court press, because I'm sure she knew coming in that Todd was going to press.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's no secret. That's the way he plays.
They look, get it into Grinnis. Grinnis, double team, gets it over to Reeder. Reeder over to Rynell. Rynell brings the ball up the floor. Kicks it out to Drudge. Drudge for 2, and it's good. And here come the Greyhounds.
Delk with the ball. Looking inside. Now to Christie. In the corner for 3. No good.
Good. Good. We got a push, looks like. Push on Van Dyke.
Delk was pushed there.
Westfield foul number 30.
Westfield's third foul. Fourth foul. A little slow on the scoreboard there. I thought it was 4 though. Delk with the ball.
That's because we give the stats, everything pretty live. We're pretty good at that.
Larson.
And that's going to stay here.
Yeah.
Nice hustle play by number 24, Maddie Grinnis for the Shamrocks. Might be a reach-in call by Reeder. That's her second.
Westfield foul number 22, Abby Reeder, her second, team's 5th.
5-0 on the fouls right now.
I think some of that might be being a little bit more tired. You know, obviously, if the full court press, sometimes you get foul happy when you're a little tired. Van Dyke with the ball. Gets it over to Rynell. Rynell drives. Shot no good.
Rebound by Delk. Over to Christie. Trying to get inside to Blake Smith, but couldn't get it in there.
Steal by Drudge. Drudge gets the Reeder. Reeder to Van Dyke. Van Dyke in the corner, no good. And it's going to go to Carmel.
Substitution for Carmel.
Checking in for the Greyhounds, number 3, Celine Funky.
Celine Funky coming in for the Greyhounds. She's a senior. She's 5'7". And I've seen her on a softball field. She gives it everything she's got. She works very, very hard out there. She's a hustler. And you'll watch her very aggressive play. Delk over to Funky. In the corner, Larson.
Rebound by Drudge. Gets it out to Van Dyke.
Drudge did a good job blocking out in there to get that rebound. We got 124 here in the score. Westfield 14, Carmel 13. Good first quarter, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. Drudge looking for something, picks up her dribble, gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke over to Reeder, gets the pressure. Back over to Van Dyke. Grennis, no good.
Rebound Delk. The Funky with the shot up and good.
Here comes that Carmel pressure. Van Dyke.
Oh, they got her in the corner.
Picked her up to Grennis. Grennis gets it over to Reeder. Reeder gets it back to Grennis.
One thing about that full court press, you don't want to get in that corner.
No, man.
That's like being in a corner in school. It's hard to get out.
So Van Dyke with the ball. 20 seconds left in the first. Van Dyke, and then there's the reach call. She was waiting for it.
Kamak on the foul. That's Greyhound's first foul.
Her first, team first.
For as much full court press as they do, that's a very disciplined team, only having one foul so far.
And you gotta be amazed that they've only made one substitution.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what Todd Windland puts them through in a daily practice. This is probably Todd puts him through so tough a practice. This is probably a vacation when they play a game.
Greyhound foul number 10, Amy Dilk, her first, team second.
Drudge to inbound the ball. Drudge looks. Gets it over to Van Dyke. 4 seconds. Got 2. Van Dyke throws it up.
Oh. Well, we got a first quarter score here. Carmel 15, the Shamrocks 14. You know, Jack, the one thing about it, this may end up like the JV game. What a great game that was, 41-39, with Westfield having the ball and a chance to tie it up there at the end and couldn't do it.
Yeah, and you take a look at the score here. It's 14-15, but 12 of those points coming from 3 points. So real quick, we do want to thank some of our sponsors here. We want to thank Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, and Church Hiddle and Antrim.
You know, Jack, we don't thank our sponsors enough for all the great things they do for us, because we couldn't do what we do here week in, week out during football, basketball, and baseball if we didn't have these great sponsors.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's great to have sponsors so that you and I can sit here and call some high school athletes that may or may not get their names called, this year. So it's always great. That's why we do it.
Absolutely. And it's always fun to do to do girls games, and we at Hometown Network, we do both girls and boys in basketball and enjoy every minute of it. Totally different games, but they're both great.
Absolutely. Rhinell drives, kicks it back out to Grennis. Grennis looks back into Rhinell. Rhinell double teamed, shot, no good.
Rebound by Kamak. Funky long
court pass. No
shot, no good. Funky tipped it, kept it alive there. Little 5'7" Mighty Mine. Woo! Man, I thought it was going to rain. Funky with another rebound there. Delk, nice shot off the rim, no good.
Yeah, Grannis bringing the ball down the floor. Setting up the offense. Grannis drives, kicks it back out to Reeder. Reeder for 3. No good.
Rebound, Celine Funky.
She's everywhere.
Yeah.
No good. Great.
No good.
A lot of offensive rebounds. Rhinell to Reeder. Reeder looks up. Cross court to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives, kicks it back out to Drudge. Drudge thinking of
almost
shooting.
Walked there. Almost did a little bit extra step there, but
Grennis picks up her dribble.
Funky's going to get caught on the foul, and she knows it. Looks like Olivia Christie's going to come back in the game for the Greyhounds.
Number 23, Jalen Folan for the Shamrocks. Out comes Maddie Grennis.
Folan hit 2 quick three-pointers in the first quarter, so let's see if she's still coming off the bench is still hot.
Reeder looks, gets it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke back to Reeder. In there to Folan. Folan to Drudge. Drudge, no good. Rebound by Carmel.
Delk on the rebound. She's pushing it up the floor. Nice play inside. Blake Smith, young sophomore.
Not as much pressure here for Carmel. They're going to play a half-court press. Gets in the middle to Rynell. Rynell to Van Dyke. Back to Reeder. Reeder looks. Cross-court to Folan. Folan down to Drudge. Drudge double teamed here. Gets it back out to Folan. Folan cross-court. No.
Smith tips it to Delk.
No good on the layup. Rynell to Reeder. Reeder back over to Van Dyke. Reeder gets it down to Drudge. Drudge over to Rynell. Rynell at the free throw line. Nice job.
Time called by Jenny Smith, the coach of the Westfield Shamrock. You know, the one thing about it is, Jack, you know, Jenny Smith, her first year as head coach at Westfield, I mean, she's no stranger to the Westfield program. She was in it, took a little sabbatical and had a child, I believe.
Absolutely,
and she's back, and she's taken the program over from Shane Sumter, who has moved to the boys' side. And Sumter had some great teams there in Westfield in the girls' program, and Jenny Smith's got the Shamrocks rolling at 10-0.
Oh, absolutely, and I think a lot of that, like we had talked about before the game, is that senior leadership. When you've got 8 seniors, that are able to take on that role with Jenny Smith as her first year, it's been a pretty good transition for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, it was perfect timing for them, for Shane to jump to the boys' side, and which she done a great job and built that Westfield program to where it is today. And I think those people who know Shane Sumter always knows he wants another challenge. And, and he wanted to bring that Westfield Shamrock boys program back. So
absolutely.
But Jenny Smith's doing a great job with the Rocks this year.
I think that timeout was maybe even for them to catch their breath a little bit.
Yeah, could be. Delk with the ball. Oh, kind of off the side of her foot there a little bit. She needs help. Funky got the ball, Celine Funky. Back to Delk. Oh, little miscue there. Christie passed, and Blake Smith was heading towards the basket before she got the ball.
Carmel back in that pressure here. Reeder looks, gets over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke sees the pressure, gets it to Rynell. Rynell takes it down baseline, gets over to Reeder. Reeder to Drudge. No good. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on number 3 for Carmel.
Greyhound foul number 3, Celine Funky, her second. Team third. Correction, team fourth.
Looks like Van Dyke's headed to the bench. Grennis is the sub.
Trying to give him a little bit of a breather here.
Reeder to Rynell. Back over to Folan.
I think Delk's going to be called on the foul there.
Greyhound foul number 10, Amy Dilk, her second. Team fifth.
Kerry Larson coming back in the game for Delk.
Drudge to inbound to Reeder. Reeder to Folan. Folan gets the pressure. We're back over to Reeder to Drudge. Drudge in the corner, double team. Gets it out to Folan. Folan drives, kicks it back out to Grinnis. Grinnis with the pressure, gets it to Reeder.
Pass to Christie, up and in. Olivia Christie on the bucket.
It's a half-court pressure now to Folan. Folan looks at Drudge. Drudge, another turnover by the Shamrocks. She looks to shoot.
Christie to Funky.
Up and good.
Good by Carrie Larson, three-pointer.
Timeout, Westfield. 30-second timeout.
I think the Rocks at this timeout's just settle them down a little bit. Don't let this game get out of hand. Greyhounds are up 22-16. That's one of the things when you play that full court pressure and half court pressure. It don't take long to score rapidly. Just a couple of bad passes here and there, rushing a shot. You get the ball down the floor and they score. Christie got that easy basket the time before, and then that three-pointer. And
oh, absolutely.
you know, it's up 22-16 right now, the Carmel Greyhounds.
And like you said, I think that timeout's just to get them to calm down a little bit.
We're in this. We can do it.
Absolutely. And this is really one of the biggest tests for the Shamrocks so far this year. They've won a lot of their games so far this year by double digits, so Carmel is always a good test. Reeder getting it across the half-court line. Reeder kicks it. It's another turnover by the Shamrocks.
Christie with the ball. They'll push it here. Larson. She's looking to Kamak. Back to Larson. Into Blake Smith.
No good. Rebound by Grinnis.
She didn't make that one, but she's got that good turnaround shot.
Yeah.
Pretty shot.
Folan drives. Four Shamrocks. Or excuse me, four Greyhounds. Be a blocking call.
Number 3, Celine Funky, her third.
Van Dyke back into the game.
Checking for the Greyhounds with 33, Mackenzie Wood.
Mackenzie Wood coming in the game for the Greyhounds. She's a 6'2" freshman. She played in the B team game.
Yeah.
She saw some quarters there.
Nice job by Haley Rynell. Number 5, the 6'1" senior.
Olivia Christie, what a shot.
Nice
right down the
job.
middle there. She snaked her way through that center of that Westfield defense and laid it in.
Reeder to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Rynell. Rynell gets it back to Van Dyke. Carmel with the pressure. Reeder looks. Gets it to the middle.
One thing about it is the Greyhounds have really turned up the pressure.
Van Dyke, no
in
good.
and out.
Folan with the
nice
rebound.
Play by Jalen Folan. Kamak going down the lane. Looks like a foul. Right now.
Right, looks like, foul on Rynell. Haley Rynell, number 5 for the Shamrocks. He's shooting 2.
Number 5, Haley Rynell, her second, team 6. Likewise shooting 2 for the Greyhounds. Emily Clement.
Kamak with the good on the first shot.
Grinnis back into the game.
Returning for the Shamrocks, 24, Maddie Grinnis.
Renell probably needs a little rest because they're double and triple teaming her inside because they basically want the Rocks to take those 3-point shots. Like you said, Coach Winland knows also that they only shoot 31% from the 3-point line. So, but they've turned up the pressure the Greyhounds have in the backcourt.
Looks like they may have gotten the maybe an 8-second violation.
I think so.
So Carmel with the ball.
Christie, she'll always dribble drive and kick it back out. Charge.
They're going to call charge. Yeah. Abby Reeder putting 2 feet on the ground, and it's going to be the Shamrocks ball.
Carrie Larson on the foul there for her. So now we're even up here, 6-6 in the foul. No, 7-6.
Yeah, just like that, Carmel puts up 7 fouls. Grinnis gets the ball in. They've got to get it across half court quickly. Grinnis looks, gets it to Folan. Folan gets it across half court. Gets it to Drudge. Drudge to Van Dyke. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Carmel ball.
But that's what they got to do with the ball. They got to get that ball up the floor and look inside and see if they can. That was a good play there. It just was a little slow materializing. Delk's coming back in. She's replacing the young freshman, Mackenzie Wood.
So 1:07 left to play in the second quarter. Carmel leads by 6.
Nothing greater for a freshman and sophomore if she can play some JV ball and then also get a little bit of time on the varsity level.
Absolutely.
Mack with the ball. Looks like a foul away from the ball here.
Westfield foul 34, Annalise Drudge, her second.
There'll be a foul on number 34, Drudge.
That's why she won the most for the Greyhounds, Olivia Christie.
That's 6.
Also returned for the Greyhounds, 33.
Should be 7 for the 7 fouls for the Shamrocks.
The scoreboard person is a little slow.
No, it just means we're really fast.
That could be. You know the one thing about it, you Drudge on that foul, she was trying to slow Christie down, and Olivia Christie's so quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Grinnis with the rebound. Still putting the pressure.
Uh-oh.
Loses the ball, and it's going to be Greyhounds.
Just completely lost a handle on it.
Yep.
Delk back in.
Return for the Shamrocks, 23, Jalen Folan.
So Ryanell is subbed out. Probably a good idea for this defensive set so she doesn't get that third foul.
Christie with the ball. Larson. Good defense right now playing by the Shamrocks here. Denying that dribble drive.
Carmel may be waiting for that last.
Yeah, they are now.
Last shot.
Matt.
Nice job by Van Dyke.
Loose ball.
Over to Folan with 3, 2, 1. Oh, doesn't get it off in time.
Nope.
Great defensive play by Van Dyke, number 30 for the Shamrocks, and that'll end it for the second quarter. So at the half, the Greyhounds lead 26-20 here in Carmel.
Well, we're going to take a little break, and right before we take a break, we're going to run through our sponsors real quick.
Yeah, we want to
take a break.
Yeah, we want to thank our sponsors: Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, and Church Hiddle and Antrim.
We'll be right back with more.
little, Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists have taken care of thousands of knees like mine. My dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
So I want to take a look here at some of the stats for the Shamrocks. Their average points per game this season, 59 points, shooting a field goal percentage of 44%. You take a look as well at the rebounds, 30 rebounds per game, 13 assists. But one of the shocking things that we've seen tonight that they haven't done well before is the 31% field goal three-point percentage in the season so far after 10 games. But yet they're pretty much, the second quarter not so much, but that first quarter they were lighting it up from three-point line.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, that second quarter, Coach Wendland made a little bit of adjustment, put a little bit more pressure on the ball in the backcourt, okay, and denied that three-point shot to be taken. And I think Westfield did a better job in that first quarter of moving the ball too, a little bit quicker to get that three-point shot off. I didn't think that second quarter the Rocks' passing was as sharp and quick around the perimeter to try to break open that three-point shot.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that had to do from going from a full court press to a half court press. So when they get to that half-court press in Carmel, that limits the amount of space you have to throw the ball and the amount of space you have to run. And I think Carmel played that to their advantage going into that half-court press there in the second quarter.
And the one thing about it is the full court, half-court press that Carmel does, they try to – the reason they do that is they are quick, okay, and they try to speed up that game and make that other team, their opponent, speed their game up and make mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. It gives them so much credit about how conditioned they are as a team.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that first quarter, Coach Windland didn't do much substituting at all except Celine Funky came in there. But the second quarter he did a little bit more substitution and brought the young freshman in, 6'2", Mackenzie Wood, in 2 or 3 different spurts there, short periods of time to give some of those gals some breaks, especially on the defensive end, because that big 6'2" frame of hers is very, very intimidating underneath the basket there.
Absolutely. And, Westfield has a lot of seniors this year. Carmel has a lot of their younger players that are stepping into some roles here on the varsity side.
Yeah, and the person that's really stepped up for the Greyhounds this year has been Blake Smith. She leads the team at 12.1, and she's only a sophomore. She's 6'3". She's very, very lean, very strong, got some great moves to the basket. She's going to be a good one. She's going to be one that we're talking about here in the next couple of years as Indiana All-Star or maybe Miss Basketball.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, this first, the first half here, Olivia Christie has 9 points for the Greyhound, the little junior guard, 5'5", mighty might, and she's not afraid to go in and tall timber down that. She can dribble and drive, and coming into games, she's only been averaging 5.3 points per game, and she has 9 already. Blake Smith, the sophomore, has 6. A good game for on the side of Westfield is Jalen Folan. I mean, she has 8 points here at the half, and of course she had those 2 quick 3-pointers. Kind of the Greyhounds left her open early on, and she made them pay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you look at Rynell and she's being double-teamed and in some instances triple-teamed, you have to have that additional player that's going to have to help you balance out your team. So it's interesting that Folan has stepped up as a leader here for the Shamrocks.
Absolutely. And one of the things before we get started in this second half here in third quarter, I want to mention that Hometown Network, Hamilton County Television, will be at Noblesville on Friday night for another girls' game. Noblesville will take on the Fishers Tigers. And, this is not a typical Fishers team. They are, you might say, struggling a little bit this season. Of course, the Millers have lost 2 games. One happens to be to Lawrence North, which is one of the top teams in the state, and also this Carmel Greyhound team.
Yeah, I think Fishers has a lot of promise. I think they got a lot of young players, and I think that their future looks pretty bright when you've got a center like they do. I can't remember her height. I thought it was pretty tall, but she's been a really good leader on the defensive side of the ball. They've got a lot of height in her, and I think that they can build that team and strengthen that team around it. You're going to see a lot of promise in Fishers here in the next couple of years.
Yeah. The one of the big games tonight, it's not in professional basketball. The Indiana Pacers were playing the Warriors tonight, and they were the Pacer fans were hoping that the string would end because the Warriors have won 22 straight, but it doesn't look really promising in the third quarter. It's 85-66, the Warriors. So,
oh man!
But the electrifying crowd down there in Indianapolis, I know that it was a sellout, and they were scalping some pretty good tickets for pretty good prices. Looks like the Greyhounds are coming out with their same starting lineup. Christie, Delk, Smith, and Kamak and Larson. So.
And it's going to the same for the Shamrocks. Reeder, Drudge, Van Dyke, Rhinell, and Folan.
We'll see what adjustments coaches have made at this at halftime.
Reeder into Rhinell. Rhinell back to Folan. Folan looking for the shot. Not there. Rhinell kicks it back out to Van Dyke. Van Dyke for three, and it's good by Van Dyke.
See, that was what we were talking about, Jack, at the halftime. They moved the ball, moved fast, and then Rhinell kicked it back out and the three-point shot.
Looks
and
good.
Those are the kind of things they're going to have to do. Olivia Christie with the ball. She's looking to dribble drive. She kicks it back out. Come back for three. It's no good.
But both teams doing exactly what they wanted, that their game plans are set to. Drive and pass out and three-point shot for the Shamrocks. Feels like we were just here a couple days ago.
That's because we were. But a great place to call a game. So. It's kind of nice when you go around the county, and we've done it.
I know.
You know, so we know pretty well where we're going to set, what we're going to do.
Right. Van Dyke, no
Oh,
good.
in and out. Delk pushing the ball up the floor. Looking to kick it out. Stolen.
Stolen by Reeder. Reeder looking up the floor. Gets it to Folan. Folan kicks it over to nobody. Looked like it was for Drudge. Drudge thought that Van Dyke was behind her. Yep. The coach was open.
And she caught it.
She did catch it. I don't think they'll put that on the stats, though.
No.
So it looks like Folan out and Grinnis into the game, number 24 for the Shamrocks.
Greyhounds trying to get the ball moving around. They get it to Christie. She's going to dribble drive, kick it back out. That's what she does.
Another steal by Reeder.
It's the second time they've double-teamed Delk inside with the ball and taken the ball away from her.
Van Dyke with the floater,
Nice
and it's good.
Allison Van Dyke.
Well, so far the adjustments that the Shamrocks made at halftime is working. Christie with the ball. Over to Larson. To Delk. To Blake Smith. Come back. She's going to drive. Kick it over to Delk. Delk.
Up and
Nice
good.
shot. Good pass by Kamak there to Delk for the quick one. Carmel's putting the pressure on him.
Get it into Van Dyke.
Got her in the corner.
Three people to Grinnis. Grinnis over to Rhinell. Rhinell drives, and it's good.
Good job of breaking that press there by the Rocks. Kamak with the ball to Christie. Back to Christie. She's going to dribble drive.
Looks like it's on the floor.
Westfield foul, 22, Abby Reeder, her third. Team's first in the second half.
Kamako inbounds it in. Christie with the ball. Yep. Nice job using the backboard there. Greyhounds are up by 3, 30-27. Pressure's on again. Foul.
Yeah, got a foul in there.
Greyhound foul number 4, Emily Kamek.
Oh,
second.
called it
Team's
on
first.
the Kamak.
So Westfield to inbound. Van Dyke. Reeder double teamed. Cross court right to a Greyhound.
Blake Smith, no good.
No good, though. Van Dyke to Drudge. Drudge to Rhinell. Rhinell drives, and it's good.
Haley Rhinell.
4 points for Rhinell off of the. Oh, it looks like they're going to call a blocking call on Drudge, and that'll bring in a sub here.
Westfield foul 34, Annalise Drudge, her third, team second. At the line, shooting 2 for the Greyhounds, Olivia Christie.
First one off the mark.
So into the game here, number 21, Sophia Craig.
That's her first action here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, and it looks like it's one of their first subs that isn't Grinnis, subbing in for another starter. So Grinnis with the ball.
She managed both free throws there.
Yeah. Van Dyke to Rhinell. Rhinell, and it's good. 6 straight points for Haley Rhinell. And the Shamrocks lead by 1.
Coach Jenny Smith did some great job adjusting their offense here, coming back out on the floor the second half. Travel.
It's a travel. So Shamrock's ball on the sideline. More pressure by the Greyhounds. Double team. Sophia Craig gets it in. Rhinell brings it down the floor. Drudge back to Rhinell. Rhinell to Van Dyke. No good on the 3. But Drudge with the rebound to Rhinell. And they're going to slow it down. Rhinell drives. No good. Gives it back. She gets it. 8 straight points for number 5, Haley Rhinell, the senior.
Rhinell's now got 15 points in this ball game.
That was a great job there by Rhinell.
Well, you know, the senior, she came back out here and took over. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, you know, she knows that she's a senior, and she loaded it on her back right now, and hopefully that will spread. She's open.
Yeah, well, you know, the first half, that was kind of Carmel's game plan, was to double team or put some pressure on her. Hasn't had as much pressure in this second half, and that's what happens.
So I'm sure Todd Winwood's making a little adjustment over there, and I'm sure Coach Smith is saying the same thing. You know, somebody else has got to step up because they're going to make adjustments.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Celine Funky's in the game for the Greyhounds.
Pressure by the Shamrocks.
Larson with the ball to Funky. Back to Larson. She's going to drive the lane.
No
Off
good.
the mark.
Van Dyke brings the ball up the floor to Grinnis. Grinnis sets up the offense. Gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke has the pressure. Rhinell kicks it back out to Grinnis. Grinnis for 3. No good.
Rhinell battling for the ball. Pulls it down.
Gets it out to Grinnis. Grinnis picks up her dribble. Gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Rhinell.
Has that look on her face as I'm not going to be denied.
Absolutely. And Craig, no good.
Rebound, Blake Smith. Delk with the ball. She's going to drive, kicks it back out. Larson from the corner for 3. Larson with 7.
Just a drive and a kick out. No, it's a turnover.
This is a good one, Jack. Tied up 33-33.
There you go.
Oh, my gosh.
No good, though.
Whew.
by Van Dyke, gets the rebound.
I think Delk would realize, oh my gosh, where is everybody? Did I miss this game? Am I shooting at the wrong basket or what?
And a foul on number 22 for Carmel.
That's Kerry Larson on the foul.
Foul 22, Kerry Larson, her second.
You're right, though. That's one of those plays where you make a great move to the basket, and you
think,
look, and there's nobody there.
Into the game for the Greyhounds, 33, Mackenzie Wood.
Wood back in, the freshman back in to give Blake Smith, the sophomore, a little bit of a break here.
So Folan back in the game for the Shamrocks.
Oh,
tip, but Reeder gets the ball. Double team coming for the Shamrocks. Picks up her dribble, and it's going to go to the Greyhounds.
Held ball, possession Carmel.
That's an important thing to remember when you're a point guard or you're someone that handles the ball. When
don't pick up your dribble.
Don't pick up your dribble at the top of the key when there's pressure and not in the corners. That's some coaching 101 with Jack and Perry.
That's right. Funky shield drive.
Westfield fouls 23. Jalen Folan.
Quick sub here, so Grinnis into the ball game. Drudge getting some rest here on the bench.
Checking in for the Greyhounds. Number 5, Andy Kwasniewski.
Kwasniewski, this is her first time in a ball game. She's a senior.
Carmel's going to call a quick 30-second timeout here.
Carmel, 30-second timeout.
Real quick, I want to thank some of our sponsors here. I want to thank Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, and Church Hiddle and Antrim.
Well, I think with 105, I think Todd Winland wanted, first of all, a couple things there. He made some substitution, so he wanted to make sure that they got it right. And secondly, that gives his players that he's given a rest to another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Without the clock moving.
Right. And we got a tie ball game, 33-33 with 105 in the third. Can't beat that.
Delk, nice move.
Nice job. Pressure by Carmel. Van Dyke with the ball. Get to the middle to Rhinell. Rhinell gets it back to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Reeder. Reeder looks. Gets it to the middle to Van Dyke. Back over. Intercepted there. Quick pass. Reeder went for the block. Not there. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Shamrock's ball.
Held ball, possession Westfield.
So Grinnis with the inbound. Gets it to Folan. Folan to back to Grinnis. They get it across half court to Rhinell. Rhinell to Reeder. Reeder sets up the offense. Pressure's coming. Picks up her dribble. Ooh. Gets it to Grinnis. Back to Reeder. 7 seconds.
Kind of a mismatch on Rhinell right now.
Long three. No good. Man. And now heading into the fourth quarter, we have the score, the Greyhounds 35 and the Shamrocks 33.
One thing about it there, as you notice, Rhinell had Celine Funky, which is 5'7" on her on this last possession there, and they didn't get the ball through her.
Oh, yeah.
They could have exploded that big time.
Oh, absolutely. I think that third quarter was pretty much, Shamrocks went out to a fast start. That's what they did in the first half. And Carmel kind of settled in and got their points, and Carmel's ahead by 2 here. Going in 8 minutes left in this game.
I do not think this fourth quarter will be disappointing at all.
I don't think so either. I think
It's kind of it's really kind of the game you and I expected coming in. By no means did we think anybody's going to blow anybody out. And right now we've got a great ball game. And this fourth quarter, it's always great because you got two great coaches here, and the big chess matches that will go on, the substitutions, different things like that. So it'll be really interesting.
absolutely. I don't think we'll be
Mackenzie
able.
Wood is still in there.
Number 5
for Blake Smith, 33.
33. Oh yeah.
So, and then 5, Andy Kowinski is still. She's a senior. So she does have a little bit of experience, but the freshman. I'm sure Mr. Windland has a reason to make sure that Blake Smith can, her and Larson can go to the end of the game here.
And she has a tall task taking on Rhinell.
Yeah.
Up and good.
Selene Funky. Funky's right at her average, 4 points.
Greatness to Van Dyke. Van Dyke gets it across the center line. Over to Reeder. Reeder looking to set up the offense, trying to go to Rhinell, doesn't. Goes back to Van Dyke. Back to Reeder. Still looking to get it to Rhinell. Picks up her dribble to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Rhinell, and it's tipped away.
Funky's going to take it all the way.
No
Off
good.
the mark. Rebound. It's up and good. Kwasniewski with the basket for the Greyhounds, and also fouled.
Westfield foul number 30, Allison Van Dyke.
Here, this is what happens in this press. You looked up the clock a while ago. It's 33-33, and now it's 40-39.
Yeah.
40-33. So it just.
That's what happens out of that press.
Yeah.
Cross court to Van Dyke. Van Dyke getting some pressure. Gets it to Folan. Folan kicks it, gets it back out, kicks it over to Reeder. Reeder for 3. No good. And it's going to be Carmel ball.
Somehow Westfield has got to get the ball to Rhinell. Carmel really doesn't, they have a freshman in. They have a freshman in there right now, 6'2", Wood. Larson is in the ball game. Of course, she's a starter, but she's 5'9", so there's no real challenge,
right.
Big, strong person to take on right now.
3's up. No good.
Larson.
Reeder to Folan. Folan drives. Oh, no good. But they're going to say it's on the floor.
On the floor. Wow. Here comes Blake Smith back in. Here comes Kamak back in.
Team's third.
Here with 6 minutes left, those may have been those 2 or 3 minutes they got to spend on that bench may be very, very valuable because, nice play. Oh.
They're going to call foul here. Van Dyke's going to be shooting 2.
But Smith and Kamak getting that rest there at that time in the fourth quarter could be very, very critical coming down here.
Absolutely.
Because right now, Rhinell's got to go the way.
Absolutely. Well, again, great job by the freshman to come in and take those minutes and do what she needed to do.
That's why I love this game. The amazing thing with AAU basketball as it is today, a freshman can step in there and it doesn't faze them a bit, man.
That's great. So 35-40, 5:50 left to play in the fourth. Carmel with the ball. Picks up her dribble.
Oh,
Good.
Celine Funky.
Funky's got 6.
She likes those baseline jump shots.
Yeah. Funky gives you that hardcore type kid. I mean,
A lot of heart.
she won't back down at all. Jump ball.
Reach-in looks like a reach-in foul.
Is it?
Yeah, looks like number 3.
Greyhound foul number 3, Celine Funky. Her 4th, team 5th.
Christie's going to have to come back in.
A lot of heart for Funky, how she plays the game, and Rhinell is kind of the same way. A lot of heart.
Yeah, you know, the one thing with Funky, I mean, you know, she got 4 fouls, but she made a lot of things happen. She got 6 points. That's what they have her for. She comes off that bench. She gives them a little bit of, hardcore. Nice pass to Larson.
Larson.
But the person that made that play right there was Olivia Christie. Great little shovel pass into her.
Van Dyke with the ball into Rhinell. Rhinell to Reeder. Reeder for 3, a long 3, and it's good.
3-point basket. Reeder.
44-38, 4:39.
Loses the ball. Drudge. Coach is looking like I didn't call that timeout.
But I think she should be glad she did.
I think so too.
Timeout, Westfield. Timeout.
Oh, she's going to take a full one.
It looks like Westfield has one more timeout left. Real fast, I want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, and Church Hiddle and Antrim.
Well, this last 4 minutes plus is going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. 4:23. Carmel leads 44-38.
Coach Windland's going to roll the dice. He puts Celine Funky back in the game. But I assure you she's not going to play any different.
You're probably right there. So in for the Shamrocks, you have Van Dyke, Reeder, Grennis, Rhinell, and Drudge. And you look at Drudge, Rhinell, Reeder, and Van Dyke. They've played almost all the minutes tonight.
Yeah.
So trying to get the ball in. They only have one timeout, so Grennis picks up her dribble, gets it to Reeder. Reeder looks, got a lot of pressure to Rhinell. Rhinell kicks it back out to Reeder. Reeder to Grennis. Grennis for 3. No good.
Delk with a fast break.
No good. Rebound by Carmel.
Kamak on the rebound there and puts it back up and fouled. Not a bad foul. I mean, I'd much rather somebody have to go to the line and shoot a couple of 15-footers than when a 1-footer. So
yeah, absolutely.
You're forcing them to make the free throws, and Kamak does make the first one. 45-38, Carmel. Second one good. Rhinell getting the ball in.
Reeder to Rhinell. Rhinell to Grennis. Getting across half court here. Reeder just needs to get it across half court. Oh, that was close.
Yes, it was.
Lob pass to Reeder. Reeder, a lob pass to Grennis. Over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke thought about it. No, still in, and it's going to stay here.
Yeah, it's going to be Westfield going.
In these last 3 minutes and 35 seconds, you don't need any sloppy passes.
No. Good, sharp, crisp passes right now,
Grennis to inbound. Into Reeder. Reeder's got the double team. I don't see any help for her. There it is. There's Gretnas.
Carmel's attacking the ball. That's the one thing they're doing right now, you know, with two people and playing that zone back in the underneath there.
Reeder with the ball.
Hoping that the Rocks will make a mistake here. Good pass. That's a good drive.
Drive and
Nice
shot by Van Dyke.
That's what you got to do. You got to be patient. Got to be patient because there's still plenty of time on this clock.
Absolutely. 2:55 left to play. Greyhounds by 6.
The one thing you got to do right now is you got to get points. You got to work the ball to get those points.
Carmel's going to take their time here. Shots up, and it's good. Into Grennis. They got to get it across half court. Picked up her dribble, gets it to Reeder. Reeder, spin move, stays in it. Almost loses control there. Cross court to Drudge. Drudge drives, and she's going to be shooting 2. 2:05 left to play. 48-40. Carmel leads. 2 important free throws here.
Delk's now got 10 points for the Greyhound here.
And it's good.
Returning for Shamrocks, 23, Jalen Foley.
Drudge is a 75% free throw shooter. So here come the Greyhounds. 2 minutes left to play in the fourth. Up by 6. Westfield showing a lot of pressure here. .135 left on the clock.
Kamak with the ball to Delk. They're just trying to work for a good shot, looking for a dribble drive. Kamak. Could be trouble here. No.
Oh, and a timeout by Carmel.
I think Todd saw that. You know, it's been kind of interesting here, Jack, is Olivia Christie, that first half, led the team at halftime at 9 points.
Full timeout.
You know, about halfway through the third quarter, he started bringing in Celine Funky, and Funky's, you know, even though she has 4 fouls, she's still in the ball game, and Olivia Christie sitting on the bench. So Todd Windland must have saw something that he felt like Funky would be much, much more valuable in there than Olivia Christie. And it's great to have that ability and that talent coming off the bench like Funky.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she brings a totally different energy to the game.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting.
Not that Olivia Christie doesn't do a great job.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be interesting. 6 points is the difference here. 121. I'm expecting to see Westfield put a lot more pressure on the ball coming out of this timeout.
Christmas break on Tuesday, December 22nd. They host Jeffersonville. Come out and support your Lady Greyhounds.
So Carmel's going to inbound the ball here.
Quick foul.
Quick foul on Van Dyke.
Westfield foul 30, Allison Van Dyke, her 4th.
Oh, okay, they got the numbers.
And it looks like for the first time tonight, Clary into the game. Van Dyke will be on the bench here. Interesting there. So Folan fouls.
Well, they have them to give, and nothing's worse than when you can't send them to the line and you want to in the last minute of a ball game.
Absolutely.
Allison Van Dyke, the line shooting 1-1 for the Greyhounds. Celine Funky.
So 1-1 here. No good.
So really a good move right there by Coach Smith.
Follin over to Drudge.
Got
Drudge
to take
to
a good
Reeder.
three-point shot here.
Reeder gets it back out. Lob pass to Follin. Follin shoots, and it's good. 1 minute left to play.
Follin's got 10. Greyhounds better get it up the floor here. Foul.
There's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to be a foul on number 5, Haley Reinell.
5, Haley Reinell. Her third, team's 8th. Line shooting 1 of the bonus for the Greyhounds. Amy Dill.
2 critical free throws here for both teams here.
Absolutely.
The Greyhounds need to make it, and the Rocks want them to miss.
That's good.
First one's up and good. That's why they're called free throws, right?
Absolutely. And the second one's no good. Rebound by Drudge. Drudge to Reeder. They got to get the ball down fast. Follin with the ball. Drives, kicks it back out to Reeder. Reeder to Van Dyke. Van Dyke drives. And it's good. Putting some pressure here.
She had the lane there.
Number 4 is not who you want to foul. She's a good free throw shooter.
And she's a senior.
3-point ball game here. 32.7 seconds left.
A lot of coaching still left to be done here.
Yes, there is. But Westfield only has 1 timeout.
Yeah, that timeout that the player called over here may become a critical deal. I mean, it was a good play, but
it's good.
Kamak makes the first one.
Great free throw shooter.
4-point lead for the Greyhounds.
No good on the second. Reinell brings the ball up, gets it to Follin. Follin drives, no good. Rebounds by the Greyhounds.
She's fouled.
20.8 seconds left in the fourth.
Well, what the Rocks are doing is actually working on their part. They're fouling it. They're making one, not making the other.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, you're giving up one, hoping to get 2 or 3.
Right. And they're in the double bonus, I believe, here. No good. I got a feeling I know what they're going to be doing tomorrow in practice. No good on the second. 4-point ball game. 17 seconds left. Over to Reeder. Reeder drives, gets it to Follin. Follin drives, kicks it out to Drudge. Drudge for a long 2, no good. Follin drives, no good. Over to Drudge. Drudge, no good. Still up in the air. And what are they going to call?
You have to admit they had a lot of shots there at the basket, you know.
It's a foul on number 10 for Carmel.
Which is Duff.
1.1 seconds left. So they're trying to figure out how much time is left. I think they're going to tell them to put more time on the clock.
How do they decide that in high school basketball?
Your guess is as good as mine. They could ask us.
Jim, can you pull? Yeah. Can you replay that back?
They added 0.4 seconds. So it's interesting here. You're down by 4. So 2 free throws are good. Got to make both. 2 free throws. So Van Dyke with the first one. Good.
That's 15 points for tonight for Van Dyke.
Now they need this one to go in here so they can get a foul. So it's up, and it's good. Timeout Westfield.
Timeout Westfield. Full timeout.
What a good one here. 1.5 seconds left in the fourth, 50-48. Real quick, out of this timeout with 1.5 seconds left, want to thank some of our sponsors: Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, and Church Hiddle and Antrim.
Want to remind you also, Hometown Network will be broadcasting from the Mill in Noblesville another girls' game on Friday night as the Fishers Tigers come to the Mill and play the Noblesville Millers. We appreciate everyone that's watched here tonight. Always, it's great to have the fans, and later on you'll be able to watch this on HCTVSportsTonight.com. So if you missed this great ball game, you can go back and look at it again and again and again.
Absolutely.
Especially whatever happens on this one. That's right. 1.5 seconds here. I thought maybe they would put Reinhold back in the game here and maybe have her on the ball.
That's the right person to foul. I mean, right person to get the ball for the Greyhounds.
Yeah.
0.6 seconds.
You know what I mean? I thought that Reinhold may be on the ball there to maybe keep them from getting the ball in.
At line shooting 2 for the Greyhounds, Emily Komet.
So it looks like it's going to be 2 shots.
Yeah.
So the first one is good.
Kamak's not the person to foul, but that's the way he had it set up, and that's exactly what Todd Winland wanted to do there.
To put this one in the books, this last free throw. It's up. No good.
Not a bad play there. Well, 51-48, Jack. We had a great one here.
Yes,
Carmel Greyhounds come out on top.
Yes, we did. This was such a good ball game.
Absolutely.
And the Greyhounds give the Shamrocks their first loss of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So Todd Winland is rolling right along, and he's against these Hamilton County schools, and he's a team to be reckoned with come sectional time.
What a hard-fought game.
Oh, yeah, great game. Great game.
2 great teams fighting it out.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything better than that. I mean, maybe we'll get to see it again come sectional time.
That would be great.
We'll be at Westfield. The sectional this year is at Westfield. So the Shamrocks may get the Greyhounds on the home floor, but, there's still a lot of good teams in that sectional there, so anything could happen. A great night tonight for Westfield by Allison Van Dyke. She had 16 points. Jalen Folan had 10. Quite a night. Amy Delk had 11 for the Greyhounds. Blake Smith had 6, and Olivia Christie had 9 at the half, and Kamak had 8, or had 9, I'm sorry, because she hit those last one. But a great game. Why don't you go over one more time our sponsors, and then we'll get out of here so Jim can get home and go to bed.
So we want to thank our sponsors tonight: Noblesville Trophies, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Smith's Jewelers, Community Health Network, Church Hiddle and Antrim. And from all of us here in Carmel High School, we thank you all for watching tonight. And, of course, you can watch it again. What's the website there, Perry?
HCTVsports.com.
You can watch it there again. So, again, Perry Williams and Jack Russell, thank you from Carmel High School as the Greyhounds win 51-48.